Riverdale, Chapter 3, Body Double, in 1 minute. Attempt. Attempting to sum it up in 1 minute. Where's the goddamn stopwatch? Okay. Starts now. So this episode begins with Cheryl being taken to the principal's office, and she had to explain herself, and she said that she didn't kill her brother, and she said that she lied because she never said that she heard the gunshot, and that whole thing with her and Jason was a deal, that Jason would fake his own death and would move away from Riverdale, but she was never expecting him to actually die, and she did indeed hear the gunshot. Meanwhile, Veronica goes on a date with Chuck, and Chuck claims to give her this thing called a sticky maple, which is a sign of slut shaming, and Veronica and Betty try to get revenge on Chuck by making him say he's sorry, and like trying to seduce him and shit in the hot tub and boiling him alive, and then Betty pretends to be Polly and pours that maple syrup on him, and then Archie tries to make a song with Josie and the Pussycats. Okay, I barely made it through that, but there are some extra details that we have to mention. So the one thing is, you got to see a side of Betty we really didn't see a whole lot of. And, it's like she has sort of a sadistic side where she wanted to get revenge on Chuck by dressing up like her wait, she's not dead, never mind. Dressing up like her sister and pretending to be her. And Veronica, it kind of scared Veronica a little bit, and Betty denies that she called Chuck Jason, and she denies that she called herself, that she pretended to be Polly. Yeah, so that could be interesting, if there's some like psychological issues going on with Betty that she hasn't talked about. I think that would make a really good story arc in the future. And I like how this episode tackled with those issues of, slut shaming, and how, the way, like in high school, the way that men treat women, and that it's not okay to treat women like that, and all that stuff. This is the first time the show started to address a lot of, social issues going on. And I think it was handled pretty well, like especially when Archie wanted to was in that songwriting session with Josie and the Pussycats. He didn't want her to at first Josie didn't want her to help write a song, because she says we have to because she would say things like, us, the people of color, we have to claw our way to get claw our way through the doors that most other people can just walk right in through. And I think it did a good job of symbolizing and working in social commentary there, but later on, though, we got to see one thing that I think is kind of funny is I didn't know this, but Betty's mom's name is Alice, and so her name is Alice Cooper. Made me think of Alice Cooper, the singer. Also reminds me of how Sid in Legion, her name is Sid Cooper, or Sydney Cooper, or Sydney Barrett, and I could have sworn Sid Barrett was the name of the original singer of Pink Floyd before David Gilmour became the front man for the band. Anyways, yeah, and so I like that Jughead is working with Betty to create that blue and gold thing, but the one ace up the sleeve that I was not expecting was that the scoutmaster that fired the gun also saw Miss Grundy's car there. So it's like, oh shit, and we are rowing up shit creek now, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds. At first I thought this episode wasn't that great, but then the second half more than made up for what I felt was a kind of slow first half. And at first I thought this episode was just going to be maybe a 7, but that second half, man, it turned it up for me to an 8.5. Like, this was a fantastic episode. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below, and I will see you on Sunday for I'm not Sunday. I'll see you Monday for my Supergirl in 1 minute review. And Lena Luthor's coming back, and we haven't seen her in quite a long time, so I'm excited for that. So anyways, see you next time. Bye.